Amen. What it is. This is Dean, and I am your host. And this is By Any Means. There go the Cash App. $ Dean by any means. Show your boys some love. Hit that Cash App. It's much appreciated. There go to PayPal. It works as well. Y'all see that heart with the $ at the bottom? That's the super thanks. You can press that at any time your heart desires. I told y'all we back cooking with fish grease, and you know how that gets. It get popping. So let's go, y'all. My guy Shakur Stevenson got to dominate Kid Austin, and I don't want to hear nothing else about it. Yeah, my fellow Shakur Stevenson fans, man, I know y'all be mad at me, bro, but we don't fan the same. And what I mean by that is, I don't care how much I like somebody. I'm going to be honest with them. I'm honest with my friends in real life. Why wouldn't I be? I really like them. I'm honest with people that I love in real life. Why would I not do the same with these individuals? I don't know Gervonta. That's my favorite fighter. Don't know him at all. I don't want to know Gervonta. If I got cool with Gervonta, I would want it to be on some organic because I saw him, met him, something like that. I'm not going out my way to interview Gervonta or to try. I don't care about those type of things. I got the best friends in the world. I truly believe that. When I say I got the best friends in the world, I truly believe that. And I've met even a lot of friends now by talking about boxing and all that. Shout out to my guy Chris Chucker. Shout out to my guy JD. Shout out to Knockout Boxing, Just Do, Manager Marty, Key Alexandra, Two Cent, Crown Jewel, Upper Echelon, Fanon, Dumb Right Side, Truth. Blunt Sports. Go subscribe to my man Blunt Sports channel too as well. Man, name them. And listen, they all like different people. So it shows you I can be friends with people no matter who their favorite fighter is. That part doesn't matter. What I can't do is be friends with people who can't be honest on the person that they like. That disturbs me. Because that shows me you won't be honest with me in real life. You definitely not going to be honest with me. Shakur Stevenson has to dominate Kid Austin. And I'm going to tell you why. Shakur Stevenson is coming off of 2 highly criticized performances. Correct? Correct. Whether I feel that way or not, I don't feel the way the whole rest of the world is feeling about him, besides the actual Shakur Stevenson fans. But that's Dean. You know, the guy that was still calling him special when everybody wasn't. And I still think he's special because I stand by this. If it takes a special fighter to beat you, then what does that make you? And even the best content creators and the best debaters on YouTube none of them really get out of that question right there when I place it to them like that. They even the people that don't think he's special, they gotta kind of. I'm just saying. You don't think Tio or Devin can beat him now, do you? Some people think Ryan could beat him. I don't think that, but I think Shakur Stevenson would deal with Ryan. It wouldn't look like that. Will he get pieced up in certain points? But I think he would neutralize Ryan Garcia for a bunch of different reasons I'm not about to talk about in this video. But he has to dominate Kid Austin because he is coming off of 2 highly criticized performances. That's one. He talks a lot about how great he is. So when your performances is not adding up to your greatness, then you're going to get even more criticism. And then when you put Twitterson on your trunks, you're going to get even more criticism. You see how that works? When you're getting highly criticized and then you say F the fans, that's going to get you even more criticized after you've already been criticized. You see how much criticism how many times I done said that word? Because it's true. I had people calling me about Shakur Stevenson. Dean, I thought you said he is, man. Dean, all right, bro. Like, I don't want to watch that, man. Boy, we was about to go to sleep over there. Like, this is real life conversations. I'm not putting no sauce on it or nothing. People was upset at the De Los Santos fight. And then they expected much more from the Arthur fight because they seen how frustrated Shakur was in the fight with Arthur. I keep telling people, we saw the best Shakur Stevenson. Dean, why would you say something that asinine? Is it? Walk with me. The best Shakur Stevenson we have ever saw was the Shakur Stevenson against Arthur. Why would I say that that was the best Shakur Stevenson? You want to know? It's because that's the only fight where you've seen Shakur Stevenson deliberately frustrated. When a guy, when we've all played ball or played the sport, when somebody you think you should just run through is playing better than you expected them to, then that's when you really turn it on. We've all been in those situations if you played sports. So then you start doing it it's like when your little brother finally get good enough and he scored the first 5 baskets. You're like, I ain't losing to you. What? Losing? No, you're not beating me today. Shakur was deliberately frustrated. Shakur literally was trying to get him out of there. So if that means, if Shakur Stevenson was trying his hardest to get Arthur out of there, then don't that mean he was giving it his best? Stay with me, y'all. If Shakur was trying his hardest to get Arthur out of there and couldn't do it, don't that mean that was his best? Don't that mean he gave you the best he could give you because he was trying to knock the man out? And that's not even what he does. And then and then what makes it worse is Shakur Stevenson was upset at his own performances. So you can't get mad at, this is where Shakur Stevenson is a catch-22. Shakur Stevenson got mad at the whole world for being for criticizing his last 2 fights when he criticized himself. You agree with him that it's not that you should perform better, that this is not what you expected, that you expect more out yourself. You can't get mad at other people for thinking the same thing. Like, it don't work that way, Shakur. And that's why you got to dominate Kid Austin. Kid Austin is only a guy that has 17 fights. He doesn't have as much experience as Arthur and all of these guys, even though Arthur is a top performer. He's a top lightweight. Not going to sit up there and act like he's not. He's a top 10 lightweight. Absolutely he is. But Shakur Stevenson cannot afford, he literally, y'all, he cannot afford to have a third. 3 strikes you out. That's in anything in life. Them 3s. Go read your Bible. Just go read your Bible or even your Quran. Go read your Quran. Those 3s, man. He can't. Man. A lot of things come in 3s, and he can't have 3 bad performances. He survived 2. And I'm talking about the world saying he's having bad performances. Not Dean with just opinion all the way. The world is saying that. De Los Santos for sure was a terrible performance, for sure. Absolutely it was. And anybody that tries to argue with me about that, you're a fanboy that I just accept it. You can't tell me you're a real Shakur Stevenson fan, but you don't accept the fact that him versus De Los Santos was trash. Sorry. Then the Arthur performance, because people was expecting much more, and then Shakur was trying to give his best. He tried his hardest to get Arthur out of there, and he couldn't. And we seen how frustrated he was from that happening, and then he had the hand issue that I tried to warn y'all about right after that I already seen on horizon. Go watch my content if you think I'm lying. A lot of this stuff I be predicting beforehand, but y'all don't listen to me. Just like this right now. He cannot afford a third bad performance, and definitely not against a black fighter, and definitely not against Floyd Schofield Sr. and Floyd Schofield and counterfeit. As much as they will talk and be in the social medias and doing interviews, because if he has a bad performance against Kid Austin, it's going to get blown up more than the last 2, because the opponents of the last 2 didn't have a social media presence. Kid Austin, no matter what you think about him and his dad, good or bad, they got a social media presence. So him doing bad versus Kid Austin, and him also being another black fighter who is also from the same state that he is from, it's just a whole gumbo of disaster. And Kid Austin, a lot of people think he's more talented than the last two guys that he don't have as much experience, but a lot of people think he's more talented, including myself, than the last two guys that Shakur Stevenson faced. So, and then on top of all of this, y'all, the Cordina fight was in there as well. He was highly criticized for even taking that fight from people just like myself. Because that was a trash fight. But then they was talking about Tank and Lamont Roach. I don't see how you can do that at all. I don't see how Shakur Stevenson or his fans could say anything about Gervonta Davis, but whatever. Mixed in with all of that went on, he can't have a third bad performance. It'll be career disaster. It'll be career disaster, y'all. And I see it already boiling up. I see it like y'all ever turn that water? You about to make oodles and noodles. You ever turn the water on and you let it bubble and you see them bubbles and it's fizzing and all that? Yeah, it's already boiling. They just waiting for it to happen. They just waiting for Shakur to drop that third bad performance in that water, and there you go, y'all. It's gonna be like wildfire too. He gonna be trending on Twitter. Every content creator, including myself, gonna have to make videos about it. I'm telling you how this is going to go. Guaranteed. There's nothing to argue with about this. This is going to happen if he doesn't dominate Kid Austin. Because if he doesn't dominate Kid Austin, it's gonna tarnish his career in a way that only beating Gervonta Davis would change. To where as though you're not getting leeway. Timothy Brad, even people who still, they already jumped off your bandwagon, but they still supporting you. Terrence Crawford, the Timothy Bradleys, Andre Wards, they won't be able to save face on a third time. There'll be nothing that they could do or that they could say. So Shakur taking this Kid Austin fight was, and then what Counterfeit did with that situation that he had with a lady that made it even worse is that now Kid Austin is looked at as, I hate to say it in this sense, but like a victim. Like we feel sympathy for Kid Austin we didn't have for him 2 months ago. Like when he fell off to the stool against Garan, we was all laughing at him saying how he deserved that, blah, blah, blah. They was talking crazy. But then that situation happened with his dad. And then things we already thought about Kid Austin and his dad dynamic kind of came to the spotlight. And then now it make it seem like, Dad, hold on. Is Kid Austin getting abused? Is Kid Austin getting mistreated? Is he a kid that his childhood was snatched away from him? Is he scared of his dad? So now when you got all of that, I'm just telling y'all, I know how this go. I guarantee you this is how it's going to go, and it's going to be bad. So Shakur Stevenson has to dominate Kid Austin. He has to dominate him. And what I mean, even if he wins 8-4, it can't be no 7-5 match. 7-5? No. It cannot be 7-5. If it's 8-4, it got to be a dominant 8-4, though. Like the fight's clear. I would prefer 9-3, 10-2 for Dane. A zip out, because y'all, even if he 12 zip Kid Austin, there's still going to be people that's going to be like, they don't show nothing to me. Kid Austin's a prospect. There's going to be a lot of people saying that. I ain't believing Kid Austin just almost got beat up by Garan. He missed the stool. I'm telling y'all what's going to happen. This is why he has to dominate him. And then it's the opportunity that was turned down to fight a Kid Austin where he could have done more to make the Gervonta Davis fight. Whether you think Tank could have done more or not, again, I hate when people do both. It don't matter what you think Gervonta could have did. We are talking about, could Shakur have done more to make that fight? If the answer is yes, that's all I want to hear. Don't want to hear nothing else. Could he have done more than Gervonta could have done? Yes. We see Eddie Hearn. Boots, Shakur, listen here. What happened with Devin? I'm just saying. So y'all already know what this is. Dame by any means. And I holla at y'all.